Hey everyone, welcome back to more Endless Legend. I'm DisturbingPuppet. We're continuing the campaign here today, playing as the Drakken. I have been playing them as a very peaceful faction and have not really been going to war at this point. Like, we could have wiped out my neighbors. So this is me here in the middle of the continent here, the blue faction. So we spread out quite a bit. I think last time we hadn't even grabbed, like, these over here, and I don't think we'd grabbed Gimail either. Mainly just trying to lock down some of the advanced metals for some of our future weapons and research for armor as well. I do have a few things because we jumped ahead for a quest, so I think I do have the ability to use them for armor. I just don't have a lot of production, if any, at the moment. No production, no production. Yeah, I've got some we're in the process of building because we do have access to both Mithrite and Hyperium. And part of the reason I grabbed this little tiny area down here is because they do actually have some of the, is that Hyperium? Yeah, Hyperium down there. I might want to go down and grab at least this one, if not both, just to kind of finish off this area. I do have my borders closed with both of these two next to me. I think these guys, the Forgotten, kind of the spy faction, they have some kind of quest where they have to go to a bunch of different locations on the map, like different temples, and I do have like there's a bunch of like weird marked ones, and I have at least two inside my empire, so I'm definitely keeping my borders closed with these guys. As far as who's the biggest threat out there though for me, it is definitely the Wild Walkers, and you kind of see they've extended out to here. They've got this area of the sea under their control. They are at war with the Vaulters, I think, but I'm not sure exactly where those guys are, so probably not doing well because I'm barely ahead of the Wild Walkers at this point, and I've got just a huge area under my control. Research, we're flying ahead. Population, I'm trying to get up there, but we're still a little bit behind the Wild Walkers, which is a little surprising, honestly. I feel like my population's gotten like crazy high. Anyway, we're kind of running through, I don't even know what turn we're on. 199, look at that. Winter just ended, so we have a few things we need to do about that. We are getting a ton of money now as well, so we are currently sitting at a couple thousand, and we are getting 1950 at the moment, which is kind of nuts. Town Criers will give me a huge bonus to gold if we can build that, but I don't really have a lot of resources. We can get a few of them up before we run out of Mithrite, but I definitely need more Mithrite production going. We're trying to work on getting some of that stuff up and running. The main thing that's been a stumbling block is that for Mithrite gathering, I needed titanium, and I just don't have a lot of titanium coming in. Like, each Mithrite costs, I think, 10 titanium for each one. So as soon as I get to 10, I put one in the queue. As soon as I get 10, put one in the queue. I could buy some titanium. Might not be that expensive. Now that the winter's over and I do have some more money coming in, that is definitely an option. Maybe we should look at that. It can't be that expensive for titanium. Titanium is running only 24. Well, look at that. All right. Well, how about... can I grab 100? No, I can't. 50? I can't. I think, do I have to do it in blocks of 10? Is that how it works? Yeah, it must be in tens that I have to do it. Because as you buy stuff, the prices will potentially increase. I think that's enough. Like 20 should be good for a bit. Alright, so that leaves me with just under 2,000. So I've spent a ton of money because we had a large naval engagement with the Wild Walkers. My fleet of 6 versus his fleet of 6. After the end of the engagement, I had 2 ships left, he had 1 left. And that was kind of over here in this area near this fortress that I captured. And since then, I spent a huge amount of money buying some ships over here, and then I also spent a lot of money getting these territories sort of up and running a little bit. So we are a little bit down, and then of course winter hit, so we're not getting as much gold. We're getting like 400 or something during the winter, but we should be doing a lot better now. I still haven't found Mason, which I do need to do for my quest and capture it. So I might have to like go on the offensive. If nothing else, I think we want to fight the Wild Walkers to knock them down a little bit. A little bit of a problem though. So I've got this little area under my control. I've got a ship coming out. I can now build armies up to 8, including my navies. And look at this. We've got a giant monster out here. And it's a full 8 stack, which is pretty rough. It did attack my ship, and I just kind of fled. I was trying to link up. So I'm hoping we can actually get over here and get in. Oh, it disappeared. That's weird. What if it just randomly shows up? So maybe it won't actually attack me. So now we've got a full 8 stack here. Not necessarily the best, and a lot of these are ones that I bought, so they really aren't that great of technology. But we now have a fleet, and we could do something with it. Like, I've got a couple ships that I built. I think like one fire ship and one boarding vessel, I think, are mine that I built. Something like that. So we're just going to hold off here and see what happens. We'll move everybody around and kind of go. My plan is I have a settler. We're going to head out and try to settle Moraine. I've already pacified the locals. It's not necessarily that great, but there is titanium as well as palladium. And it's a nice kind of spot we can operate from and we can build ships on. And it'll help potentially block the encroachment of the wild walkers over here. So we'll see what happens. Okay. I'm just going to run through all my units. I also am trying to build up my units, so we've actually have armies of 8, but it's taken a while to build stuff up. I did just finish a legendary wonder in my capital, and I'm working on another one. So that's another thing we're doing. So settlers out to sea. Hopefully you don't get eaten by a sea monster. You probably will. It's kind of hanging out here because I have good vision from him, kind of looking in. There were armies kind of wandering around back and forth. I don't necessarily think these guys are going to jump on in and attack me at some point. And even if they try to declare war on me, I can just cancel the war at any time. So we'll see how that goes. They do have some nice territories. I did want to grab this territory, but they snuck in and grabbed it pretty much right after I recorded my last video. They just kind of went in, settled it when I didn't notice. And same over here. I was thinking about grabbing this to cut them off, but they grabbed it before. But now we've cut them off here. So, do we want to move around anywhere? There's not really much point. We could kind of head up and just kind of see what we can see, I guess. Because we've got really good vision. We can see into his empire. Okay, big stack there. I'm trying to build up units, like I said, to reinforce my armies, and then we'll kind of see what I need to do. He's got a couple running around, I'm pretty sure. A couple, there were some 5 stacks before, now we've got a 6. Alright, over here. We're looking at maybe coming down here and pacifying. Grabbing this also wouldn't be necessarily a bad idea because of the quest that my opponent seems to have. I think this was, to settle these guys, they wanted us to destroy the settlement. I might want to take this. We could destroy it and always rebuild. We still have, quite a few creepy armies running around down here. Actually, you guys are eyeless ones. Why are there orcs down here? That's odd. I don't know why there's a bunch of orcs wandering around down here. Usually there's just one minor faction in each territory. Alright. I mean, we could take this out. I think just killing these guys off. So you want what? Yeah, so it's the Hernus village up here, which is these guys. So, yeah, maybe we'll go take that out and then go down and deal with the locals. So we'll just kind of get ready here, so next turn we can hit the village. It's got 6 defenders in it, so having a good army here is a good idea. Okay, got you up here. I'm working on another wyvern somewhere around... Yeah, over here in a couple turns. I just kind of need you to wander around for a bit, because I think I have at least 2 of them in any wandering group that's scouting for me. So we've got another 2 over here. We were grabbing a bunch of pearls. I don't know if there's many left that we have not picked up. If there are, they're probably all outside of my territory. God, I can move so fast now. Now that the winter is over, we were moving super slow before. Everything's so slow in winter. See if we spot anything. Nothing of interest. And it's always super tempting to just cross the border and do that. I'm not sure how much of a negative impact that would have diplomatically on me, though. We still have all these neutral areas. It's somewhat tempting. We could head all the way out to the sea, potentially, but If I'm going to go on an offensive over here, these guys are a little irritating. There's at least one pearl over there. Start heading that direction. There's a couple. Now that we can cover a lot of ground, it's easier to pick them up. And over here, go pick that up. And actually, while we're here, we'll take a look. So this is the new Wonder building that I built here. We previously had, there's our Altar of Auriga, and then we had the Alchemical Institute. This one is mainly giving me a lot of influence, so we get a ton of influence from this one. And we'll be using that fairly soon. I think our Empire plan is going to be up, but we're getting a lot now, and we have a ton, so we can get a lot of good benefits from our influence here shortly. I'm still trying to build up the full strength. We do have, because of a quest, an interesting sort of ancient construct unit we can build if we have the metals. Just kind of difficult to get the metals together. Yeah, just sit tight, that's fine. Okay. So over here in our capital, we are currently working on the next legendary building, the Reliquary of Auriga. So this gets me 100 gold or dust per level, and reduces our military upkeep by 50%, which is pretty darn massive. So we're working on that. Only one of these can be built in the world, so we are hoping to get that done. Once that's done, I've got a dust water extractor we'll want to work on. So just kind of another elite resource. I do have some boosters going right now. We are running a booster for grass silk, so extra from trade routes, a little bit of happiness, getting some extra XP on units. We're getting some extra happiness and some extra production. I think I do have some red sang. It's taken a really long time to get up. The bigger we make the population, the more we need for a booster, but this would be nice to get too, just to increase the XP on our heroes. Okay, nothing I really want to see or change here. I've got everybody just forced into production. We're still just kind of passively producing a lot of other stuff. Up here in my research center, we're now at 799 research, which is pretty awesome. Working on an extractor and then expanding the city a little bit. Part of it, my character here is giving me a bit of a tech bonus as well. Nothing too crazy, nothing I really want to mess with. We do have enough. I do have a Guardian I could build. Doesn't require any of the super advanced tech also. So we still have a decent amount of those metal, kind of mid-tier metals. Building a couple ancients down here because I want to put them in my main original army. So this is kind of a secondary production center. Is there anything else we want to build? So extra research on terrain with anomalies. Is that worth 8 gold? Probably. Like, it's not awful. Happiness has been pretty much under control, but I am running a bunch of boosters. We could get extra food production, which just means the population's going to grow faster. So that's something we could do. So like right now, it looks like we just got a population. We're 10 turns out. If we have this, it's probably more like 8 or 9. So it's not a huge difference. Yeah, I mean, this isn't awful. It does require a ton of titanium, though. That's why we haven't really built them. I think I'd rather just expand the city if I'm going to do something like that, though. We can probably get some additional resources that way. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think if we expand the city out to an extractor I already have, we still get the resource. I know from before, if you had the city expand into a place when you don't have a resource extractor already, you don't get the resource. You can't build an extractor later once it's inside the confines of the city. So I think if we expand out, we still get it, but I'm not 100% sure, so I don't necessarily want to play with that too much. If I was going to build a burrow, could expand out into the water a bit for some extra gold. This is probably our best location. Yeah, do we want to go more research, or do we want to go more food? That's probably the better option. Plan on that. Throw that out there. It's pretty quick. Over here is kind of my center of gold productions. We're getting 855 at the moment. We're also getting extra from our trade routes on top of that. Working on a museum right now, then a granary, which is just going to give me more food. Anything else we want? Happiness is fine. Yeah, seems like nothing else, really. Yeah, I'm just going to keep chugging away. I'm sort of just 3 population producing. The rest is just focused on building up my gold reserves. So down here on my 1 port we have going. Working on another fire ship, then a tower. That will be out over here on the border, keeping an eye on things. Then back to ships. Probably not much else I really want to do over here. We do have a decent amount of gold coming in now from the ocean tiles, at least in the summer. Winter, that really dries up. Happiness is fine. Could get a bunch of just passive gold. I haven't expanded the city because before I thought we could not expand out into these extractors without losing them, but I think we can, because I looked at one of my cities where I accidentally did it, and it seemed like I was still getting some resources coming in. So we could expand the city. Could get some more research. Those are probably my main options other than just building up naval vessels. And I feel like I only have this one place building naval vessels, so I feel like that's probably what I should just keep doing. I do have my artillery ships now that I can build myself. And I put just a ton of cool crap on it, which is why they cost an absolute absurd amount of advanced resources. But they're all expensive. Where is my fire ship? Yeah, they're all pretty pricey. Fire ship doesn't require any advance, we just go to the medium range. So let's just do another fire ship. Relatively expendable, comparatively. Mean up here, kind of off here on the edge of the border. We've got the Mithrite Extractor in the queue here coming up. Got a Wyvern before that, that'll help buff that other unit. We could even speed things up a little bit. That's a bit pricey. Never mind. So, it's one of the newer places, Jurgador. So we have a Hyperium Extractor, Dustwater Extractor, and then expanding the city, kind of in line. Yeah, still super, super pricey to do that. We've got this area mostly a little developed, so we are getting positive on everything. We definitely make it better once we have those extractors done. We'll worry about that. Over here in Doyach, which we kind of grabbed. This was sort of a throwaway territory. I just kind of grabbed it to have a solid border. So this one working on some trade, then some science. Nothing too crazy. I think we have all the resources in the area. We had to rebuild some of the local villages as well so we could increase the population. Because a lot of these areas, the local villages have just been wrecked by these guys to my west, kind of the weird winter hawk flyer guys. I don't know what they're called. Because when okay, so what drives me nuts about this, Teyros is not the name of this faction. It's the name of the AI controlling the faction. What's the name of the faction? Okay, I guess it's Alayi. It's like, why do I have to go that far out of my way to find the name of the faction? So you're Forgotten. You're Vaulters, not Dusters, or which one I said. You're the Wild Walkers, which I know because I played them last time. And then the Dust Lords, or Broken Lords, because they have a cool name. Something Lords. So everyone we're at Cold War with, we were at peace with these guys earlier, and they backed off. I think everyone's now kind of leery or envious of me. Yeah. Which is fine. Totally, totally fine. All right, so we're working on getting some extra income. We are negative on gold here, so probably after the research we can worry about that. Speaking of which, we are population, like we're happy. Those are a bit pricey. Don't I have a cheap gold? I might already have it. Yeah, I must already have the cheap one. Doesn't look like it, though, does it? Yeah, I do have the Empire Mint in here. So we do have a couple ways we can boost that. They would take a very long time to build, so let's just worry about kind of the simpler stuff here initially. So over down here in Gmail, I think, is this the one that had, I think there's 2 of these. Yeah, there's 2 of the mithrite deposits in here. So working on getting those going. Got 1 in the queue. Did I already build the other one? I'm not sure. Trying to look and see. They'll be grayed out if we don't have the resources to build it. Okay, we haven't even started it. All right, let's start working on that. Throw that in the line as well. Or not, because it was the same one I'm already working on, it looks like. Where'd you go? Mithrite, it's up here. It's going to take a while, though. But we have massively increased the population here because there were 3, so we rebuilt the cities, and then I got an altar here, which will double the population. So we're getting +6 from just the locals. So there's only 3 of my people, and then 6 locals helping run the city. So we're just kind of focusing on just build everything as much as possible. Mainly get those extractors out running. That's the main thing. Dust Dredger, we don't necessarily need. I don't remember even putting this in the line. I might have done that accidentally. Because this is, yeah, for like river tiles. Do I even have any river tiles? I don't think I do. I think I thought I was clicking on something else. Or I clicked on it accidentally. What do we want here? Could expand the city already, actually. Not the worst idea in the world. Is this done? Yeah, I think so. Just extractors. Doing okay. We're not losing anything from running the colony here. Yeah, probably just do like some cheap research thrown in there as well. And then down here, we just grab this territory. I think we just got some production off the ground. Now working on the Stronghold Architecture Infantry Cantina. Very cheap if we want to just speed this up. We might as well. After that, we want the Empire Mint. Give me... It's going to take forever to get the other mithrite going. Adamantium. Oh, Hyperium, not mithrite. That's 600. That's only 300. We could get some adamantium, I suppose. And we'll just kind of leave that for now. See if that'll speed up as it goes along. And we're back to our capital. All right. So I don't know what happened with the monsters. Actually, I do have a quest for them. So they're in Smezroth. So I don't know if they'll just pop up randomly or what. I don't control Smezroth unless I take the other post down here, I think. But that might be worth doing. The other thing I might want to do is close my borders with the Wild Walkers just before I do anything. It's not going to make them happy. Force your decision upon us like a change in the weather we can only accept. But then, if they want to declare war on me, that's fine. If they have the resources to do it. You need a lot of influence to declare war on people, especially if you're on relatively good terms beforehand. But yeah, I don't want them wandering through my territory causing problems, and if I block off a sea zone, I don't want them wandering around either. Right now, this is considered neutral, so he can come in, we can fight each other potentially here. Just gonna zoom out here. Kind of still see stuff, hopefully. Yeah. Town Crier's done researched. Imperial News Network is up next. Very nice. Some good stuff here as we're advancing up. Finished a fire ship. Stronghold architecture. These neutrals running around doing crazy stuff. Nope. For the good of Gaia, we must declare this new policy. So they're closing their borders to me in response. That's totally fine. Quest failed, other side of the sea. I guess we didn't do it fast enough. I don't know. Pacify the Ursus in Laracy. Oh, they have control of this, so there's really no point. So I just kind of ignored it. So that's fine. It's just pacifying these guys that are inside someone else's empire. I don't care. Wine ran out. I can reactivate it. We do that because we need to keep people happy. Population growth. Going up in level. We've got a hero going up. All right. What can we do? Accessory slot. Extra defense on the hero. Chance to find stuff. Recovering from death faster. XP. That's if we're infiltrated. This is during a siege. What's this? Defense on all our units. Yeah, maybe we just head that way to defense on all our units. So we'll take the accessory slot, even though I'm not using it. Well, I do have two, so give me the option if I wanted to. And I think we need to set up a new empire plan, yeah. It's time. We've got a ton of influence, though. So what I think I might want to do, if I can afford it, which I can't, is go all the way out. It's 5,000, really. I could lose that. It's still too much. I don't really want to lose the happiness on my cities. The gold is really nice, too. Beginning the production. Yeah, I don't think I can do it. Just have to go with the extra gold. So we'll just stick with this for now, I guess. And then next time we should have a ton, and I can dump it into maxing out science, probably. Yeah, we'll do that. I was hoping I had enough, because we've just massively increased the passive amount that I'm getting, so I thought I would be able to do that. But it gets more and more pricey the more you push it. Okay, let's take a look. So you... I want to head over so we can settle over here, if we can survive the crossing. Don't think I built anything else. Actually, I built a ship, didn't I? Yeah. So we have another ship over here. Okay. We got those ancients going. I want to throw them in here. In the meantime, there's another army. Just kind of hang out there for a bit. Gives me some vision on his armies. Over here, let's go ahead and head on in, and we'll deal with this situation. We should have more than enough firepower here to deal with it. This is the right one, right? Yeah. Let's just auto-fight it. Just easier at this point. Draw? Really? We only killed a couple of them. Alright. Just have to keep whittling them down, I guess. You're grabbing pearls. There are neutral armies running around out here, so I do have to be a little bit careful. If there's 3 of them, I can kind of handle it. If more, it can be a problem for 2 wyverns. It's wanting to cycle through all the same units again. Okay, we grab the stuff out there. Just gonna kind of hang out. Just kind of waiting for units to fill out my armies. But it's not like I'm ready to go on the offensive anywhere. We've already kind of cleared out the island over there, Marine. That's why I'm not sending an army with them. So it should be safe. It might not be, but it should be. Yeah, one more turn, we'll have another wyvern here. So I think we'll just hang out there as well. So we're 14 turns out from getting our legendary building, which is going to make it a lot cheaper to have big armies and navies. The fleet is kind of where I need to put a bunch more points into and resources. But I need probably at least one more port where I can be building stuff. So we need to get another port colony up and running. Here in the capital, we do get a benefit if we build units here. So it's tempting. We could grab another one of these guys. We could make some cheap stuff just to fill in the armies, though. But we're not going to have anything for a long time, so we'll just wait, build stuff elsewhere. Pretty much set there. And there. This is fine. Tower, boarding vessel, fire ship. Yeah, I mean, that's fine for the moment. Don't think we really need to do much else. We do have these guys, the town criers. That's something we should probably look into once we get a few things built and out of the way. I mean, 50 gold and plus 40%. But we kind of need at least some production of mithrite before I want to start just building and blowing that money like crazy. Extractor in 5. We do have kind of a cheaper unit here that I'm building. Extractors. Good to go. Some trade stuff that'll help actually get us some more passive money and research coming in. Extractor in 4. Cost me 1,000 to get it quicker. That's crazy. That's all fine. Back to our capital. All right. So just trying to make as much progress as I can here while we're going. We are working on the Imperial News Network. Happiness, and then if we're happy, just a bunch of extra bonuses per pop, which is absolutely bonkers. Let's kind of get a view here. Having a dust eclipse already? No, it's just being weird. I don't... Okay. See their armies creeping around. So this ship, I might... Because this is a max strength fleet now. Unless we want to go after the sea monster, we might want to head, like have the big fleet head out and sort of replace. These guys are better, These guys are basically mostly mercenaries. Can I select all? Army. There we go. But because we have artillery ships in here, they're going to be very slow. We'll start heading over. We're going to start trying to build up. Replace the fleet. That's the plan. Nothing too crazy. Just gonna hang out right outside your borders, you know. Not threatening at all. Let's go ahead and launch the attack again. Just gonna auto again. Couple more. Alright, we'll have to keep working on it. We are leveling some units up though from XP, so it's nice. Grab a pearl. I've actually got quite a few now. I should look and see what I can get for it. There's another one out there. Yeah, just stay there. Stay there because you're fighting. We're making stuff in Samoa, I think, for you. So maybe head that direction. Yeah, that tower picture doesn't look ominous at all in that little small version. There's a fleet over there. One more turn, we'll have the Wyvern. Thought we were going to have it already, but fine. We'll just stay put. I don't know where I want to build the city over here. Maybe right in the middle. I don't want to block off the titanium. Okay, we probably want the mineral rich inside the city. So, unfortunately, we've got seaweed here. It's slowing us down. Disappointing. Yeah, I don't like that navy hanging out right there. They might be coming over to help. I don't know. It's weird. We've got two of them there wandering around. Like, you guys want me to do this. I'm trying to help you. Alright. I do like looking for my capital first, so let's do that. Alright. In here on the capital. 9 turns for the reliquary. We have some mithrite coming in finally in 1. A little bit of time, finish off the ancients. Once we expand the city, there might be something else I can build here. Here we have a bunch of gold coming in. I'm actually really tempted. Let's go ahead and jump on the town criers, I think. And I might even shift everybody over to production shortly, like once we have the granaries and stuff out of the way, just to get that done faster, because that's going to give us a lot more gold coming in. Boarding vessel, fire ship, happiness is good. What else do we need? Anything? Can increase our population by 1. Some research, some influence. Gold. Actually, we do get a decent amount of gold here, honestly, because we've got a like trade port or something here. Cargo docks, that's what it is. Tempting. Somewhat tempting, that's for sure. Plus 40% would be like 80 more. It'd be like actually more like 100 more plus the 50, so 150 gold. Tempting. Oh, we finished our tower, it looks like. So we have our tower here, so we should have some vision pretty much permanently across most of this, looks like. Dark spots we can't see. I think it's because of the woods and stuff, it's a little restricted. We can see into the city, kinda. Just keep building ships. We've got 2 already set, good to go. So we could do something in the city, but really the town criers are kind of the main good thing. Or we could get a little bit of research. We do have a lot of gold coming in, we can afford it. Population is pretty decent at 11. So we'd get a good chunk out of it. Yeah, alright. We can do an advanced alchemy lab there too. Wyvern in 1, then we'll have some mithrite shortly after. Hyperium in 2. 264 to speed it up? Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, these will actually both be done about the same time. What else do we need? This is kind of the intermediate area we just kind of picked up to make our border gore a little bit less terrible. Could expand the city. Don't think there's anything particularly useful I can do other than just make this a place where we can get resources from. Caravanserai. Yeah, let's do that. So that's going to increase our gold from trade routes. That'll take a little bit of time. Then we probably expand the city. So we can get out into here. That's a lot more production. What's that? Why is that worth so much? Scorched Wilds. With ruby cactus? Is that what it is? Plus 4 gold from ruby cactus fields. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. Let's put a burrow out there. Down here, we'll have mithrite in a turn. Excellent. Pixie blood. Working on the mint, then the extractor. Kind of a brand new baby colony here. 4 turns for that. Just 2. Let's grab the library. Then maybe we can set up trade. Or we just jump right to... mithrite or the other one? Hyperium. Let's go Hyperium. Let's get that next. Okay, we're set. So yeah, just a huge amount of money coming in. We can kind of restock. I was up to about 8,000 before I had to rebuild my fleet down here because we got wrecked fighting the Wild Walkers. So I noticed in the tech tree there is mention of a research victory, so I'm curious if we can actually end up getting that. Kind of the way things are going, that might be the way to go, faster than anything else. But I wouldn't mind kicking the Wild Walkers in the teeth a little bit. Getting all kinds of stuff done here. Wyvern's done. Yep, we got a Dust Eclipse. Alright, that's all kinds of crazy stuff. We can also do diplomatic stuff for half cost. We could, I guess... honestly... we can declare war super cheap at the moment. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just throw a couple compliments out. Because it makes it harder for them to declare war on me. if I've complimented them in the last, I think it's 10 turns or so, something like that. And it cost me so little, like especially when it's half off, I might as well. Yeah, I don't even have contact with these guys. We've got the borders closed already. So yeah, nothing I need to do diplomatically. Unless I wanted to try to get a peace agreement. I like keeping them on their toes, and I might decide at some point, you know what? Let's just kill you guys. That's possible. I'm trying to play this kind of role play, and these guys seem like the type that are not particularly aggressive, unless you're sitting in Masan, and it seems like we have a mandate from on high that Masan is ours, and we're going to take it, whether you like it or not. So that's kind of the only thing we're going to worry about. Okay, we're actually kind of invisible here. Let's get you inside my big ship. Gonna creep along, looking around. Yeah, I don't know where Masan is. If I'm lucky, it's like right here, but it's probably not. Guys, can we land and get across? I don't know why it's being weird there. Go there. Next turn will be on the island. Yeah, just hang out here is fine. Finish off this village. Great, so we pacified the eyeless ones. Return and restore their trust. So we just have to head back and talk to the village down here. Oh, actually, I should move everybody around because we've got the dust eclipse going on, so there's all kinds of crazy stuff. All kinds of weird stuff going on that we can take advantage of. Find all kinds of cool resources or just gold. Seems like it came awfully quick, though. Whoa, 550. That's crazy. It kind of seemed like that was always sort of like midpoint. It might be more random, but it kind of seemed like it was sort of midpoint of the summer. It's only been a few turns since the summer started, though. So, not super happy about that. I could check out your temple across the border without even entering, potentially, but I'll stick to my own stuff. I'll be nice. Hyperium, nice. I really need Mithrite. That's what I need. Okay, while I'm here... check this out, then we'll grab the pearl. Starblade. It's a pretty high level, actually, because it's using the maximum level unit resource there. Whether luck or an act of the gods, a meteor fell and destroyed a Herna war party that was threatening a wagon train. This weapon, forged with metal from that stone, also has a reputation for surprising victories. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. That's quite good. We might want to pick that up. I do have to pay to build it and put it on somebody, but we might want to do that. Okay, where else? We've got a couple back here we can check. So we'll start heading back that way. We do have the ruin right here we can grab, take a look at. Sometimes you get quests from these as well. Dust. How about... so we can take the road down here. That's super quick. Some red saying, so different resources. And there's a pearl there. Got a ruin there, ruin there. Yeah, we'll go this way. Alright, got our wyvern. Let's get you out. Merge our forces, and we go check stuff out. That's right. There we go. Nice. That is what I needed. So I've got you. You can hit some stuff this way, so we can head this way maybe to check things out. Got one back there. Okay, that's all our units. I might want to look, actually. Where is... Okay, I'm not in my own territory, so I can't give her the sword we just picked up. She'd be the one I would probably give it to. The other two are more kind of mage types. Alright. Oh, let's go from the capital first. My sprawling capital. 7 turns. I don't think anyone's going to beat me to this, because this is like one of the last tier things. Actually, what am I looking at? Empire... Yeah, we've got at least 10 things set up already, ready to go. Yes, it does say something like counted for scientific victory. So I wonder, do I have to get all of these for the scientific victory? I thought it might say in here, but it doesn't actually. So maybe you have to get all of them or a certain number of them to get a scientific victory. The way we're going, we probably could do that as long as nobody else wins another way. So this thing we're working on right now. 5 heroes at level 8. 15 districts. We're at 9 at the moment. We're in the lead. 50 of each strategic resource. We are in the lead. We're at 4. 800 fortification. I haven't really messed with fortification building up. This we already got. Back here we got this. Has everything been claimed further back? Yeah, so the first few areas it looks like. So we got 1. We got 1. We got 2. Did I get that? I don't remember getting that. Yeah, I guess I must have. We have this, and we are 2nd place for this one, and we're currently in the lead for Glorious Father. On this, we've got to be number 1. Is this one? 5 heroes level 8. I don't have that many heroes, so that's a bit of an iffy thing. Breastplate, 168 health. That's crazy strong. Maybe I buy some heroes with my gold. 5 heroes of level 8. 15 districts. We're in the lead there. How many heroes do I even have? I do have 5. Where's my level? At least I think, unless this is wrapped around. Level 7. 7. 4. So it was level 8, I think. 6. 13. The people that I've assigned to just kind of run cities don't seem to gain XP very quickly, which is why I'd really like to get more of Is it Red saying? Yeah, actually we do have enough. Let's go ahead and just trigger that. That's double XP on heroes. Let's get that going. Try to get everybody up faster. I could also buy another hero depending on their level. It's going to show me, is this level? Yeah, so everything's level 4. It was level 8, I think. Espionage I don't really mess with. 5 heroes, level 8. So if I pick up somebody at level 4, it's not really going to help me that much. I do have 5 heroes. 2 of them are level 7, so if we can get them going, we might be able to creep up, but you've got a long way to go. I need you in fighting, which eventually it will do, but I need you fighting to get XP. It's the only way you're going to get there. So capital, we're set. Up here in my research center, we're now over 800 on research. Very cool. Can I improve that at all? No, nothing I can build anyway. We're here working on the ancients. Let's speed that up. It's only 600. We've got, had 8K, now we're at 2. 2 turns, we could live with that. But then we probably want to switch people over to production to get the town criers going. This is fine. That's fine for now. Good. How much to speed this up? Over 1,000. That's a bit pricey. I might need it for more ships and stuff. Yeah. So I could, if I wanted to, we could grab some more ships right off the bat. They are super expensive, though. 25, 25, yeah, 24.64 is the cheapest for a bathysphere. That's it. I mean, not the worst thing I could spend my money on, but I think I'll hold off. I'd rather build my own because mine are going to be better. So I want to at least get Murray settled before we finish up today. Ancient and Empowerment. Excellent. Nobody creeping around. I don't see anything too exciting. Whoa. What was that? Something crazy just happened? Hostile infiltration action. City Fedoro has been the target of infiltration action. Decreasing into production. Enemy spy was partially wounded, so it was the Kui. Big surprise. So that's going to slow down my production in my capital. So we're now up to 16 turns. That really blows. You guys suck. I might just have to declare war and wipe these guys out. They're ticking me off. The other thing, we probably should increase our security. I do have some tech I could research that would help that. I don't think I have anything I can build that would do that, but I do have tech available further up here. That'll help. Let's see. Is it here? I think it might be further back even. Yeah. Unexpected allies, 20 security. Security and fortification. Fortification. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw unexpected allies in there too. Just to improve my security down the road. What do we got? Quicksilver and Titan Bones both ran out. Titan Bones we definitely want because it gives me a production buff. have it. Quicksilver is unit XP. That's pretty helpful. We'll also get that going. Somebody leveled up. Level 5. Excellent. So you are a military commander. Defense on units. Initiative. That'll get me to health. There's also attack here. So that was XP. Let's grab some initiative, so then we have health and we've got defense. That'll be the plan. Okay. So you're safely set in there. Let's continue heading on up. Gonna take it slow. It's kind of exploring. We're just generally slow anyway. So that's not Masan, it's Mal or Mai something or other. Gotta be out here somewhere. Let's get you guys. This will give me attack. I don't need that. Let's go ahead and check this while we're at it, because why not? Stiletto of the Delvers. It's an axe. It's high level. Part description, part joke. This famous axe became known as the Stiletto when Fest the Hammerhand, a Delver hero, succeeded in piercing a Titan's armor with it. Generally, that's pretty good. Ranged Slayer. Heroes only. Very cool. Am I out? Yeah. So next turn we'll have to settle. Since we're here, I'm just kind of looking at like where I might want to go. That's a lot of food. So this gets me the production. We probably want that. The city gets me some gold and food. Ruins would be nice to get to as well. And we could even go like this and already have the ability to build stuff at sea. That's not awful, actually. Let's do it. So our new little town here, we want the mill up first, and we'll pay to get that right away. We already have the population here because we already had them set and good to go. Everybody, production please. Okay, what do we need ASAP? Stronghold, infantry, we'll take the library. Happiness is okay, so maybe a sewer system. I need the Empire Mint in there too. Okay, we're just going to do that for now. Order doesn't matter too much. Most of these are going to be really quick. We could get the Empire Mint up a little faster though. Nice. So that's going to make things look a little better. We have that sort of blocked off. So we actually have a border locked off here. Very cool. I might want to build some ground units here to kind of go out and grab stuff and check things out. Anyway, this is just, we have another group we can assimilate into the Empire. We can swap people out. Like, we're getting extra food here. I do have quite a few of these guys. Extra health regeneration from them and resources from them. That's the main reason I swapped the Dorgeshi in. We can get even more food if I want, but I pretty much only activate this in the winter. It's fairly cheap, though. We are getting 3. The more food we have, the faster my population's going to grow. We've got the production at 60, so we could do it twice if we needed to. Maybe I'll go ahead and do it. And then when it runs out, I'm just going to wait till winter to do it again. Because the increased food is just going to help us grow our population faster. So that's really just the only thing we need to do. Get that done ASAP. So you need to go down here and turn that quest in. But you can kind of do whatever. Extra attack. This one is movement. Check out the ruin. Tons of dust. Grab the movement. Check out that ruin. Even more. And I'm probably going to be in the way, so let's just go forward. Could dispatch a couple units here, or we could just fold these guys into the army if we really needed to. I like having some scout units that are fast in combination with the regular army. So I don't know about that. Okay, there's a ruin down here we can check. Okay, do it from there, fine. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, crap. What did we just do? Wanted to search. It's usually there. Search it anyway. I think we just gave the entire army to the city. Select all. Select everybody. Because I just put them in, I can't pull them back out, maybe. Because it's the same turn. Yeah, I can't make a new army with them. So yeah, we just kind of screwed that up. I'll just have to remember to do that in the next turn. Just to get them out and then back in the army. So you just stay there. That's irritating. Okay. Trying to be quick. That's the problem. Let's head on up here. Try to hit as many of these as we can, because once the eclipse is over, we can't get more stuff. Delivering staff. Heirloom of the Ardent Mage's Bayer clan. The flame-blackened staff was used to great effect against waves of hostile cultists when a combined army of Harness and Jodas archers attempted to raise their home city. That's pretty darn good as well. Might want to give that to one of my main battle leaders. Yes, you stay put. Can we just, like, tell you move to the army? It's already there. I guess not. We can't do anything because we just entered the city garrison. Fine, whatever. Whatever I say. Alright. Not much in the way of ruins around here to check out. There's some down here, so we could just head down. Yeah, because we've got the wyverns kind of in this area, so they can kind of head out and check some stuff. I could run up to here. Like, that's probably the closest one. Alright, let's just plan on trying to do that. We can make good time on the roads. We can almost get there. Who's left? Where are you at? Okay, we're up there. Mithrite, nice. That's exactly what I needed. Yeah, we're gonna head this away. Roads are kind of guiding me through, as even if we fly, it's still faster to travel along the roads. Okay. So yeah, we'll have to pop these guys out next turn, throw them back in the army. So we do have the Ancient. So you I can pop out because we just made you. So let's do that. And we'll go ahead and throw you in. The rest of the guys we can do that next turn with. 5 more turns for you, or we can speed it up if we want to spend a huge amount of money, but I do have a ton of money. So that would make things a lot faster. You know what? Sure. Is there anything else we want to do? We'll have that in 2 turns, that's fine. Yeah, for 700, yeah. If there's anything else crazy that I want ASAP. 468's not terrible. What are we actually at? 7, 8? Maybe. Yeah, why not? Yeah, it's too bad we got really slowed down here. We could activate a roundup, but I don't think there's anything here because we did injure the spy that was active in the area. Borough Streets, is there anything else? We do have okay gold production up here, so the town crier is not an awful choice. But I think what I'm going to do, let's take a look. So you are... Where's my level? I think you're... Yeah, so this is my main guy. They're the same. The 2 heroes that I have leading armies are the same, just slightly different equipment. And this guy's level 13, the other one's lower. So the quest stuff we just got. Tier 3 staff. 15 attack, 20 health, 36 damage. The quest one we just got. 123 attack, 10 block, 72 damage, 60% attack, 10% block, 30% initiative. It does change me out to a slowdown rather than the exhaustion. Exhaustion, I think, increases, yeah, reduces their damage. Slowdown just slows them from moving, but that's a huge amount of damage. It's a massive attack buff and just an absolute crap ton of damage going out. So I feel like that is probably worthwhile. Just to swap that in. That's it, I think? Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. And my other heroes... She's not in my area, though. So I can't... I've got a sword I want to give her, I think. So yeah, we've got this quest sword. She already has a quest shield, which is pretty decent, but it's not fantastic anymore. But this sword is pretty darn awesome. Yeah, I just can't give it to her because we're not in our area to do that. So you're in the city, you're in the city, you. Yeah, my level 5. So he's got the same thing. I do have another quest. Actually, can I give multiple people the same quest item? As long as I've got the resources to build it? Apparently I can. Okay. I suppose we do that then. So just double check. You've got that. And you've got that. Okay. Yeah, we could have multiple. I thought it was limited. Yeah, interesting. I haven't really messed around with the gear any of my people who are just sitting and running cities are doing. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for today. We're actually in pretty good shape. We are grabbing resources, expanding the empire, building up my ability to do force projection. I do need to find Masan still. It's definitely a bit of a problem. We might go ahead and settle Mach and Uraleb next, just because they're there. There's not anything like super fantastic for me to grab, except for like some Palladium down here, and more titanium would be nice. Just being able to build more naval units is probably worth it for me, though. And who knows, we might have to grab a territory right here. Like, it's Masan that we have to go after. Just not sure where it is. How are we doing now? I'll take a quick look just overall. So, still up. Military, we're way advanced of everybody else. Expansion. So it looks like the Wild Walkers are still actually ahead of me. So every time I grab a territory, it seems like they're also grabbing. So they're grabbing territories a lot. They had a big increase here. And I grabbed a bunch and was ahead, and now they're slightly ahead of me. Population, we're both rocketing up like crazy, but ahead in research, food, industry, it's up and down because of winter. Dust production, crazy high. Science, crazy high. Influence, crazy high. Approval, it's just a big mess. Can't see anything. Diplomacy, our quest, we are way far behind everybody else. So that's affecting my score. But even though, with all that, I'm still way ahead on the overall score. So, interesting. Trying to get everybody up and going. I really hate that they hit my capital to slow down my production there. That's really frustrating. Does make me potentially want to wipe these guys out, but I'm trying to play sort of role-playing, like these guys are sort of protecting everybody. We don't wipe out the locals. We don't engage in unnecessary wars, except for when we have to. That kind of thing. But I feel like a confrontation with the Wild Walkers is kind of inevitable just because of the way that they're pushing out. And if I can take a little bit of territory away from them, you know, we'll definitely be pretty secure. But I could definitely rocket out a couple more settlers. Grab these two territories would probably be worth it for me. And at the same time, the Navy's going to check things out. We're just going to keep expanding and seeing what's on this other continent over here. It might just be a bunch of islands. Like, I thought this was going to be the edge of the continent, but it was separate. So we might have some different islands, maybe multiple small continents. We'll see what happens. All right, this has been more of Endless Legend, playing as the Drakken. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you all again next time. Until then, have a good one.